There's a lot of ways to make a gasket. I'll show you the easiest way. This valve cover gasket is clearly leaking. In fact, I can see there's a very large portion of the gasket missing. We'll clean up the valve cover, peel off the remaining brittle gasket, clean it with a wire wheel. Most of it's clean, but you can see around here there's still some of that gasket left. Soak it in some rubbing alcohol, then scratch off the gasket. You do want to start with a clean surface. I'll grab some gasket material. I will say, in a pinch, I've used cardboard or cork drawer liner. But of course, if you can use actual gasket material, it's better. I'll trim off a piece that fits, add a few clamps so it doesn't move around. You can push the gasket material to make a little bit of an indent. With an X-Acto knife, you can just cut right along the edge, feeling the edge. You want to just make sure that nothing slips. You can see this is fitting extremely well. When I get to a clamp, I can just remove it. Just keep carving your way around. We can place the clamp back into place. We can remove the first piece. There's enough on this piece to make another gasket, so I'll leave it in here. Next, we'll cut the holes. From the back, we'll plunge the knife in. Feel that edge and just cut around. I've got my clamps on either side. While the clamps are there, I'll cut around the outer edge. It's not a laser cut gasket, but it's very accurate and best of all, very fast to do. It's also extremely important to have a sharp knife, but that doesn't mean you have to replace the blades every 10 cuts. You can get the same edge as a new one just by dragging it across sandpaper. I find it's actually easier to sharpen the blade than to replace. Now, of course, if you enjoy switching blades, don't let me talk you out of it. Now we've got a custom gasket. Now it took more time to film it than to make it. Now of course you can make templates and have special cutters to make all the different size holes, or you can just do this. I've been running this mower for about 16 years and yeah, I've got some cardboard gaskets on it. Before we clean this up, we want to make sure that both surfaces are clean. One piece of debris can stop everything from sealing. The other thing that's really nice is if you can glue this gasket to the part that comes off. Make sure there's no oil at all, so we'll clean it with rubbing alcohol. Any type of silicone would work really well. The problem with silicone is if you open it up the next time you go to use it, it's not going to be any good. If I were to open something like this, I would cover the top with epoxy glue to make sure it seals. I'll place some of the silicone onto the metal. Make sure that everything's nice and even. Make sure there's no silicone on the inside of the part. If you do want to use this tube next time, you got to clean it all up with rubbing alcohol. Mix up a little bit of 5-minute epoxy, fill up the hole and seal it with the epoxy. Next time you need silicone, you can just dig everything out. This is the only way that I've ever seen that you can preserve this stuff. Of course, if anybody knows of a better way, please let me know. I'll place the gasket back onto the silicone, turn it around, kind of press it on. The silicone does not need to be dry. Go ahead and place everything back in. Start all the bolts by hand. Tighten up everything equally. That's the easiest, fastest, most accurate way that I know how to make a gasket.